Sandifer Funeral Home in Westminster, South Carolina is partly the reason I got into funeral service. Not only have they served my family since it was founded by Cecil and Frances Sandifer in the early 50s, but they came to career day when I was in middle school, and I was the first goth kid in line. They let me lay in the casket in the back of the hearse, and it was pretty much it from there. I came across this book. It's a bunch of articles from the Westminster News written by Jack L. Hunt, and he tells a lot of funeral and wake stories that happened in Oconee County. And this one time in the early 50s, when the Sandifer Funeral Home was just getting started, there was a bout of health among the citizens of Oconee County. Nobody was dying. But the Korean conflict was happening, and a local man lost his life in the conflict, so the Sandifers were happy to step up and help. The body was shipped back to the United States in a body bag inside of one of those big military-grade shipping caskets, so it was heavy, and the family wanted the body laid out at home. Well, home was down this rutted-out dirt road in a one-room cabin. But Cecil and his two assistants, Jimmy and Max, got the casket out there, got everything set up. Now, back in those days, most people in Oconee County didn't have electricity. So Jimmy stood on one end of the casket, Max stood on the other end, and they were both holding oil lamps. The problem is the floor of that cabin was not prepared for the weight of the casket or the amount of people who came to pay their respects. Well, when that floor gave through, Jimmy fell through the floor. Cecil said he looked over and Jimmy was standing down a hole, still holding his lamp with all the dignity and respect you would imagine at an Appalachian funeral. But Max was nowhere to be found, as he had already taken off running several hundred yards up the road, which is how most of the stories in this book end, with somebody taking off running some hundreds of yards up the road.